Greetings, scholars. Welcome to English 111 Summer Edition. I'm glad you're in this class. I am looking forward to working with you over the next 8 weeks to think about some academic ways of doing writing, which will help prepare you for your future classes and also hopefully for your future career. Even if you never write these kinds of essays again, you'll use the kinds of thinking and the kinds of logic that go behind these kinds of essays in nearly any career you do. So I wanted to give a quick welcome to the class and to give you sort of just a run through of how I've set the class up. I know that every instructor sets up their classes differently, so if you've taken other online classes, mine may or may not look like what other online classes may look like in your past. And if you haven't taken an online class before, I wanted to let you know where things are and how to get through the course. So this page, which is the welcome page, it's the first link over there on the left-hand side. This is the page that will automatically open anytime you click on the class. It's kind of like the home page. All of those other blue links over on the left-hand side is where the class lives. That's where all the information is. It's where all the assignments are. It's where you turn in all of your assignments. So I always recommend on this first day or two to just click around, see where things are. You're not going to hurt anything. And if you do, if something happens, just let me know. We can reset it. So make yourself familiar, get yourself acquainted to the way that things are set up. So a couple of things before I talk about what's in those links. First of all, because this is a summer class, it's a short session. So we move pretty fast. We're going to, in these first couple of weeks, talk about doing research and writing an essay and how to put it together. And then we're going to jump right into writing essays using research. So we move pretty quickly. Because of that, I've gone ahead, I've given you every single due date for the entire class on the course schedule. There is nothing that will surprise you. I don't pull punches in my class. There's no pop quizzes or anything like that. So you have already everything that's due and every single due date, so you can plan ahead. I know it's summertime. I know some of you have kids at home and families and the chaos of COVID-19 and who knows what we're doing this summer. So please use the schedule to give yourself a heads up and to give yourself a chance to schedule and make your life easier. So yeah, we moved fast. So work this week to really get acquainted with the way the course is going to work and kind of the schedule and the sort of a pattern that we get into. It follows basically the same pattern through the entire semester. Well, 8 weeks. So the links on the left, let me just quickly tell you what's in them, but please do click through. So this is the welcome one at the top. The next one is your instructor, where I just introduce myself a little bit further, just tell you a little bit about who I am, just so you can get to know me. It's sometimes hard to get to know each other in an online class, so I try to give as much information as possible. The next two links down, the course schedule and the course syllabus, are key documents that you need to read. I even recommend printing out and having with you. So the schedule I've provided in 2 different ways. One is like this, just a checklist. It's every single assignment, every single due date, and you can check them off as we go. So that's one way that I've given you the schedule. Another way is through a calendar. So this is the month of May, and then the next page is the month of June, and so forth. It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same schedule. It's just in a calendar format. So I gave you both. Some people like the checklist. Some people like the calendar. So use those. Please look at them. Plan ahead. The course syllabus is basically me saying how this course is going to run. It shows you what all of the points are. So how many points each essay is worth, how many points each discussion board is worth. It tells you the textbooks that are required for the course. There are 2, and you do need both. One is a handbook called A Writer's Reference. And this is a handbook. We're not like reading it cover to cover. We're picking and choosing the things out of it that either we need for the essays or that you may need for your writing. When I give feedback on your essays, I refer to sections in this text. So rather than telling you, you need a comma here, I might put P1A. That's referring to the section in this book So you would go to the P tab. So there are tabs along the edge of the book. So you'd open up the P tab and then turn to section 1A, which is the very first section there in the P section. That will tell you what's wrong with that part of your essay and what needs to be fixed. So you need it for that. You also need it for how to write your research. So whenever you use any kind of source in an essay and you use research, you have to use a specific format to tell your reader where that information came from. That format is in here. So you need this handbook or writer's reference. The other text that is required is called Subject and Strategy. This text is kind of like a reader. We're going to use certain chapters out of it that are going to tell us about the types of essays we're writing. So there will be a section that you read that explains what that kind of essay is. And then after that, there are some examples of that kind of writing. So we're going to be using this to kind of walk through the styles of writing that we're going to be doing. That's in the syllabus. It tells you exactly what the textbooks are. It tells you what I expect of you. It tells you how I grade, the scale that I'm using, all that good stuff. So please read the syllabus. The next two links over on the left are the assignment sheets. I've gone ahead and posted every single sheet that is for an assignment in this class, so feel free to look at them and read them. And then sample assignments and essays. So I've posted those to let you know what I'm looking for. This is what your assignments should look like. So you're going to be submitting outlines of your essays. They're really informal. They're basically just lists. I've posted an example of that. I've posted an example of an essay, just a normal essay. And then I've posted an example of an essay that uses research. Please use those as references, as models, because that's what I want your essays to look like that you submit to the class. Below that is the course. So you'll see the link that is in all caps that says start here, first week. That's this week. And you'll see on your schedule what's due and what's part of that week. All of those pieces and everything that's due is in that link. So you click on it, start at the top, work your way down, and just make sure you're hitting all the due dates. And then you'll see there are 4 modules. So there's module 1, 2, 3, and 4. You'll notice too that 3 of them, 2, 3, and 4, say conditional underneath, a little yellow word there. That just simply means that right now you only have access to the introductory material of that module. You don't have access to everything, to all of the assignments where you turn them in and that sort of thing. They will open up as we go through the semester, so as we go through the course. So, for example, if you look on your schedule, the calendar part anyway, June 8th says that Module 2 starts. That's Monday, June 8th. But you don't have access to Module 2 yet. So when will you have access? You will have access to the module the Friday before it starts. So if you have Module 2 that starts on June 8th, that means that you will have access to it, the whole thing, starting Friday, June 5th. So that gives you that whole weekend to look ahead, plan ahead, finish up the module that you're on, and get ready for the next one. So the ones that are conditional, the ones that are going to be opening up as we go, that's how it works. They open on Friday before the Monday that they start. That's it. That's the whole class. So please do take this first week to get acquainted with everything, to print out or save the schedule that you like, the checklist or the calendar, and the syllabus so that you know how things go in the class and how I'm grading and what I'm looking for. Make sure you get your textbooks because we start quickly. It's a short session, so we get moving. So make sure you've got your textbooks and you're ready to go. Please, if you need anything, send me an email. My email is on the syllabus. You can also email me or send me a message here through Moodle. If you go down to Course Dashboard, it lets you look at your grades. It lets you look at everything. And send me an email. It also shows you a course calendar. So yeah, please click around, get used to the class. Again, I'm really glad you're here. I look forward to working with you over the next 8 weeks. Have a good week.